action.
Welcome to episode 3 of Yamta Therapy. My name is Hayden and this is Dexter. And today our topic is going to be about packing to move overseas as a student. All right, so Dexter, tell me about things before you go to the UK. What do you pack?
Okay, if I were to tell myself back then what to pack, obviously it'd be much better. Because back then when
Mm-hmm.
I packed over to the UK, I think I brought quite a lot of unnecessary stuff such as fleeces, puffer, and etc. And I found out you can actually buy these here, good quality ones for prices that may be similar than that of what you buy in Malaysia. So like
Mm-hmm.
maybe a fleece is about £50, which is I would
50?
say 300 ringgit something. It's normal. It's normal price, and your puffer and so on might be £150 or £200. So that will equate about um was it okay 1,000 ringgit or
Mm.
whatever. It's normal. It's a normal price. But okay, bringing one or two pair of fleece and a puffer is it's important because you might get cold if you land there, but don't bring too much. There's something I would say: don't bring too much of clothes because we have Primark over here. Do you have Primark over there?
No. And what is that for the viewers
You
who do
sell
not know what is
super
that?
cheap clothes.
So you mean by thrift store?
No, no, no. It's the thing is thrift store is more expensive than actual clothes.
Really? Yeah, so I kind of bought a winter jacket for just 30 bucks USD. Very cheap and the quality is very good and it's branded also.
What brand was it?
Good question.
North Face
It's
or
American brand.
North
I gotta go
Face?
check it out.
Okay.
Good question. I need to dig it out
Patagonia?
and figure it out because no, it's okay. So it's not like those expensive. So like the original price is still around like 300 ish. I did check
Is it Carhartt or something?
You know what? Let me go check. All right, so I couldn't find my winter jacket, but I could find a men's robo shirt. It's like a leather jacket. It's a leather winter jacket, which it's around like I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's like this. A very cool leather winter jacket for just 30 bucks.
hmm Over here,
Yep.
I would say that will cost about 50 to £60.
Just for a winter jacket?
Ah, no, it's like a leather jacket, like the ones that is
Very
heavy, the proper ones, the rugged ones.
Oh,
So
that's for
like
yeah.
currently I'm wearing this is a fleece I got from Sports
Uh-huh.
Direct. It's
Right.
£15.
£15.
15. Normally it's on £60, but because there was discount, so I got it for 15. There was clearance. So actually, as I said earlier, you don't really have to pack that much. Like
Yep.
base layers, just buy like I would say a few, or bring a few pairs of heat tech layers from Uniqlo. That's for your base layer,
Mhm.
and and yeah, that's enough. You don't have to bring so much base layers because one mistake I did back then was I brought a lot of base layers, and these are not
Mm.
Uniqlo base layers. These are from like Taobao, so they're Chinese stuff. But they actually work. Just that they're a little bit
Mhm.
thick on the other end. They're just a little bit thick.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna lower down the temperature of my stove because I'm reheating my porridge. So I would
Mhm.
say I brought you know the small luggage, the ones you bring on cabin.
Yeah, I do.
Dude,
Like just a
I brought so much of base layers that even one cabin luggage can't fit at all.
Mhm.
It's
And you know what's the best thing about the base layers?
mm,
They're very light, so you would not exceed the 7 kilos thingy.
yes,
Like,
but the thing
mhm.
is, this is about packing your luggage,
Yeah.
your large luggage. Because when I flew over to UK, my luggage was I think 45 kilos. The one I bought. I think it is 45 kilos. So I brought exactly 45 kilos. But if I were to
Mhm.
wind back the time, I wouldn't have brought so much base layers because it's not about the weight. It's about the space consumed. So I used these
Mhm.
these these bags that decompresses to become biscuits.
Mhm. Yep. 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 Yep.
It becomes a whole biscuit of clothes.
Can.
Like a
And
plastic,
you managed to.
like a big ass plastic, and you
Yeah.
just suck out, vacuum out all the air, and it becomes a biscuit. So that's what I
Great.
used to pack my clothes. But if I hadn't brought so much base layers, I brought more than
Mhm.
7 pairs. I think I have perhaps 14 pairs of base layers. It's too much.
14 pairs.
14, not 40.
Yeah, yeah, 1/4. That's a lot of pairs.
Maybe more, maybe more. It's just too much.
Mhm.
And
It
as I said,
is.
these are not Uniqlo like the thin. They are quite thick. They're a little bit thick on the other end. So yeah, I would say, as I said earlier, even the cabin luggage can't fit them all. So
Yeah.
imagine, but with the biscuit, it fits. And as for jeans, you could bring a couple of pair, like 3 pairs,
Mhm.
4 pairs, but not too much
One
because jeans are quite big as
to-
well.
jeans. Is it like the thick one
Yeah,
or
like your normal pair of
like
jeans.
skinny? Skin
Just
fit?
don't bring skinny. Because when winter comes, you're gonna layer up, and skinny jeans is gonna be a problem. So
It
it's better
is.
to just
Yep.
bring regular jeans or large jeans, because
Yeah.
layering is what you need to do. Not like let's say if like currently now it's 3 degrees Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
How would you dress up?
3 degrees Celsius. When I'm in the state, it depends on the wind, because the
Strong
wind is a
winds,
very major factor. If
strong winds like
okay,
from
okay.
Cardiff.
So let's plant a picture. If the wind is
40 miles
weak,
per hour.
and there's no wind,
Uh,
I don't know.
let me check. Let me
I
check the
never checked,
current.
but
Let me check the current wind
bro,
now.
I only feel the wind. Like I don't check through my phone. I only check on the temperature. So if it's very mild wind, I'll technically just wear like a hoodie. Inside my hoodie, there'll be like 2 layers. One like the long sleeve one, another one's like another t-shirt or like another long sleeve shirt. Then I put my hoodie in. And for my pants, I'll definitely wear like besides my underwear, I'll wear 2 layers. One of it's a normal layer pant, and one like skinny thingy, like the compressor, to make me feel warm. If it's extremely cold, it's the same for my bottom side, but for my top side, I'll have another winter jacket.
Here's the thing. Today's gust is 32 kilometers per hour, and the wind is 25 kilometers per hour. So it's quite a wind,
It's very
and
strong.
it's very strong. And it feels like -2 right now, even though it's 5 degrees Celsius. So
That's
normally,
crazy.
this is how I would dress up. I'll wear one base layer, and
Mm.
then maybe a fleece like this, and
Okay.
then a hard shell.
Mm.
So because it often rains here, so you need something waterproof, hard shell. So
Yeah.
uh like Gore-Tex, something like Gore-Tex,
Gore-Tex. Yeah. Yeah.
and then that's sufficient now. I've
Mm.
seen many people, they just wear, especially some of my friends, they just wear one t-shirt and one puffer jacket, and that's it. And they and they feel cold.
And they don't feel cold.
They feel cold, obviously,
Oh, of course. Like,
because
of course you're gonna feel cold. Like,
it's the layering problem. You're supposed to layer up, but not
yep.
not
Yep.
not not just wear something thick and expect that you won't be cold.
Mm.
So as I said,
And one more thing,
hmm?
puffer jacket doesn't really help much in my
No,
experience. No, you need a proper winter jacket, not a puffer jacket.
like the ones they bought
Hmm.
from North Face. I mean, they just call it puffer, but it's a winter jacket. Anyways, it's a puffer.
Yeah, yeah.
So like
Uh,
even now at home, I'm wearing 2 layers. So I have a t-shirt inside,
uh-huh.
and then I'm wearing a fleece because I don't have heater in the kitchen, and it's cold. And the thing is, I don't have windows here, and I can still feel the cold.
Yeah, I know, and especially in the morning when you wake up, it's very depressing. Where you just don't want to walk outside, like, or go outside. I'm not sure if I miss those days, but to me, just to lay out a picture to the audience, I wear a compressor all the time
What's a
during
compressor?
winter. So I've like so it's something like a shirt where it'll like compress your muscles. So it's not like the athletic type. It's for warm. So it kind of like keeps your body warm.
Hmm.
So that's what I call it. There's a, there's a name for it, but I do not know the name. I just call it as a compressor.
I call mine
Same
base
to my
layer,
leg.
even though it does the same.
Yeah. Okay. What else? What else? What else would you choose not to bring if you look
Mm,
back?
but actually, okay. I mean, I know one person. They brought their own rice cooker. You don't have to because you can just buy it from Amazon. It's about £15, and you have rice cooker. But air fryer though, maybe you can consider bringing your own air fryer because
Mm, I do.
it's quite cost here is about £30 or something like that. I got my air fryer for free in Malaysia, so I just brought it here. And the things, a lot of things I brought, a lot of things that I have here were brought from Malaysia a couple of times. So because I went back Malaysia twice, so there's
Mm-hmm.
additional supplies. But let's wind back on the first time
First time.
you came
Mm-hmm.
to, you go overseas as a student. So as I said, don't bring so much base layers because you can still buy some over here, and they sell the tops for about £10, I think. And okay, they actually work because they have to work. It's made in the UK as well, so it's quite good. So
Like for me, if I would go back, I would reduce the amount of shirt I brought to the States.
yes, actually, I do agree with that
I
because
brought
you don't
way too many shirts.
because you don't you may not wear much clothes as I don't know how it's in the US, but in the UK here it's cold all the time, and you
Mm-hmm.
only perhaps wear t-shirts when it's in the fall or summer.
Autumn, spring, and summer. But
But I think
the
fall
early
is still cold as well. Fall is still cold. Fall is about
yeah.
10 degrees and ish.
So the difference between autumn and like fall and spring, it's like for autumn, it's kind of like from hot to cold. So throughout the process, you kind of like slowly layer it up, and it something kind of like shock your body too. But for spring, it's like from cold to hot. So in my experience, throughout the time, I'm just getting wearing less and less a shirt, and I get to sweat a lot.
Actually, I prefer
So
spring because it's not too cold and not too hot. It's the best temperature.
mm, yep, yep, agree. Because we're very used to like the equator temperature. So
Mhm.
that temperature is like very like for us. But in the same time,
The thing is, the temperature's about 16 to 18 degrees, I think.
mhm,
16 to
yep.
18 or lesser than that, but still it feels better.
But I'm not sure if you have this experience, but for me, a 10 degrees Celsius from fall to summer is extremely cold. Like from fall to winter, but from winter to spring, a 10 degrees Celsius is like I'm just wearing like a t-shirt or like maybe
I,
additional
I
stuff.
do agree with that. I do agree. Because the sun
Yeah.
comes as well. There's
Oh
sun.
yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's
Less
sun.
clouds, you know. Yeah, and some of the wind is lesser too.
Yes.
Debatable,
But
but huh?
but anyways, back to what we should bring less. I think uh,
T-shirt, pants. Um, I brought an electronic rice cooker,
yeah.
and I use that to cook Maggie, all those stuff
The thing
lah.
is
Cause
how much was it sold in Amazon in the US?
I actually never tried before. I didn't even search it before because my rice cooker kind of like sustained me for all my entire bachelor's
Let me search
career.
Amazon US.
You know what? Yeah.
So your rice cooker can be sold from $19.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's reasonable, $19 for a rice cooker. Is it expensive, $19 in your opinion?
19. I see $20. Oh, 19. But
19.
I'm not sure if you're looking at the same one as me, but this one looks like a very old version where you have to like click up and click
Is it
down.
aroma? The thing is, that's the rice cooker I'm using as well.
Aroma, okay. Yeah. Aroma 6 cup cooked 1.5 QT.
That's the one I'm using as well, and I find
It
it
doesn't look.
okay. It's actually okay.
You find it okay? Like really? Like how's the like how safe is it?
It works. I mean, the
It
technology
works.
may
Why
be
not?
maybe from like 10 years or 20 years
A
ago,
bit
but
old.
still works. It works.
Yeah. It does. It
Its job
does.
is to cook rice. That's it. So as I said earlier, maybe not bring rice cooker next time.
$20. Yep. And one more thing, rice cooker do take up a lot of spaces,
Yes,
like hard spaces.
yes.
Yep.
Let me check how much is the air fryer
And
here.
oh, one more thing, I would not bring blankets
No,
because
actually,
you need to realize.
here's the thing.
Uh,
It depends on what time you land, because sometimes you land and you reach your accommodation quite late at night, and the not to say malls, but the mart or the place that sells
mm,
housing stuff has closed. Sorry, has closed, because most of the stuff here close at 10 o'clock, and if it's on Sunday, it's 5 o'clock. So it depends.
so one more.
So actually,
Don't forget,
I
like
would suggest, if the blanket, you should buy it from IKEA, because IKEA
IKEA.
they compress it to like this poster size, and
Mhm.
it doesn't take much space, and at least you have a good night's sleep for the night.
But you have to figure this out too. Like when I'm not sure about the UK, but for the US, the semester starts at fall,
So
and the temperature wise, it would not be cold at all.
no, it's not about the
The
temperature. It's
temperature.
about you reaching your accommodation at first and not having
Uh
beddings.
huh. Ah. Okay, I see where you're coming from.
So like
But in the same time,
yeah,
do not forget that the Malaysian blanket is not for winter.
the thing is, but by the time you arrive
Uh
over there, it's September.
huh.
So
Yes.
it's fall. It's not too cold, and besides you have a heater, provided it's fully, provided you don't have to pay the bills. You can just turn it on
Mm,
24 hours. But in my
yeah.
opinion, a normal blanket works well for my experience until it comes to winter, where I have to buy
Um,
like
agree.
16 togs blanket. I'll pause here. All right, just to go out of topic for a while. All right, this
Okay.
out of context. So this is the porridge that we often make. This is porridge. Oh shit! I accidentally poured soy sauce on my setup. Oh shit! But anyways,
Oh my god.
this is what we usually make,
Yeah.
and the porridge for
Mhm.
them is actually oats. For It's actually called congee. I don't know why.
Mhm.
Congee or congee.
All right.
Right, I gotta
Oh
pause
my
the thing
gosh.
for a while to clean up
Yeah.
my setup.
No,
Shit.
no, no. While you set up, I can give a talk. While you set up, I can give something. Something.
All right.
So like just for some explanation on what is in the porridge. Like sometimes I did that too. Technically, you just like put rice and then like put a lot of water to make it like a porridge. After that, you just put some soya sauce and pepper. That's all. That's for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I put fried crispy onions, and
Oh
then
my
I put
gosh.
pepper and soy sauce and
Spring onions?
what's it called? Mayao, sesame oil.
Oh yes, sesame oil. Yes, I do put that
Then put
too.
some white pepper and
Um,
then serve it,
you don't put spring onions?
because I put crispy onions. I
Oh, you
accidentally
put crispy
poured
onion.
it on my keyboard. Wait,
Uh,
so my keyboard is now oily. Yeah, it's done.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure
Yeah,
it out. I mean, you'll figure it out.
yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to clean it up.
Mhm. All right. So in the same time, on wait, where were we? I kind of forgot, but in the same time,
Yeah.
like we talked a lot about what we would not bring, and I think that is most likely it.
I think there
Mhm.
is a few more things we.
For example,
I would
we talk
say.
about trade. Mm.
I would say
Oh
pots
yes,
and pans.
I have pants,
Pots and pans.
pots and pans. Yes, do not buy there. I mean, do not buy here and bring it there, because you would need additional luggage, and you would find out that when you're there, you're not going to use it most of the time.
No, no, you're gonna use it all the time, but I wouldn't recommend bringing your pot and pan over unless you have additional space in your luggage, because you could just buy it off from Amazon for about less than £15 for
Mm.
good ones like stainless steel and all. I mean,
Mhm.
stainless steel is good enough for as a actually not good enough. It's actually the best as a pot and pan.
Mm. Oh, yes, it makes sense for you because I forgot. Just to tell the viewers, I live in a dorm and I have roommates.
The thing,
So I don't really use my pots and pans. In the same time, I have like meal plans from school. So most of the time I'll be eating out in my school cafeteria or I'll cook myself.
in contrast, I mean, I in the past 2 years, I've been living in a cluster flat. That means
Mhm.
I live with 6 people. So four, five of them
Mhm.
were my friends. So we all share the kitchen and everything. So yeah, we cook all the time. As as meals over in the UK is quite expensive.
Mhm.
It's about £10 per dish.
£10 per
I
dish.
mean, if you think about it, if you work here, yes, because
No,
that's
so
one
if you
hour of your life. Because the wage here, minimum wage here is £10. So yeah, it's 1 hour of your life. So it's actually okay
the
if
good
you work here, but if not, it's not really worth it unless it's like a once in a while.
you know, the good thing about like anywhere besides the US is that you don't have to pay tips. So technically, £10 is £10, but in the US, it costs the same in US dollars. Let's say I want to get like a random fried rice from a Chinese restaurant. It costs around like £9-10 with tips. I mean, normally for a Chinese restaurant, you don't pay tips, but with for the formality and for like pay respect to the culture, I do pay tips, and normally you'll add up like around like a $3-4 ish. So it kind of like adds up the cost a lot for me. And it's annoying too, even though some of the stores they do have they do already charge service taxes
Yes?
and service charges, but we still pay tip.
Isn't there
And
legislation that says you can't do both?
I'm not sure about that. I mean, I just do it. Okay, so we're off topic.
Yes, let's go back on to things that we don't really have to bring. So
Okay,
I
so
would
one more thing.
say, actually, I can't think of any.
All right, so for me, this is more towards the immigration thing. And so when I first came to the States, I remember it vividly. I met a person in when we're going through customs, immigration customs, and that guy was like, "Hey, you want to take some of my snacks? Let's take more before like we get out of customs." Why? He bought beef. So that guy's from China, and inside it, so China have like those beef sweets. So imagine in a packet there's like a lot of like sweet thingy,
Yeah?
like the sweet wrap, and inside it there's beef. So you kind of like unwrap it and eat it. And I think I'm not sure about it. I didn't check, but I think that's illegal
Did
to
you
bring
did you
like
help him to take it? Okay,
no,
good, good, good.
like
I thought you were dumb enough to take it from him.
no, hell no. Oh yeah, do not help anyone to take like or to do not help anyone to get or take stuff or help them to like hold their stuff because you never know what's gonna be
No
in
matter
there
how close you are to that person.
unless he's your friend.
No, 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 not even friends, to be honest.
You guys come together. That's reasonable, but like when it comes to like A stranger, do not. But I do see people like helping him, like eating for him. But
And
he
eating is
looks kind of
different.
generous.
Eating is different. Taking is
Oh no, no, no. So the sweet, he kind of like hand it to like, hey, do you want this? Do you want this? Like, take it, please. And people just like take it and eat it.
that's
So
a different story.
um,
I thought he asked
oh
people
no, no,
to
no,
carry
no, no.
across. That's different.
Oh no, no, no. He didn't ask people to carry across. It's like he was just trying to hand away like his beef. So like try not to waste the food
Did you have one?
thingy. No, like you never know what's gonna be in there. But he looked kind of generous. But I'm also an athlete, so I kind of like I was holding my diet. So I'm
Speaking
trying to be
about
disciplined too.
snacks, I would let's go back to the things that we should or maybe could bring over in terms of
All right.
food. I would say if you drink Milo, buy a big bag of Milo that serves 102 servings.
Mhm.
In
Agreed.
some stores they actually sell the big packet, and there will be about 5 kilograms of Milo,
Yeah.
and I think that is enough for the whole year, or if you drink often. And
And the same Milo in the UK or US, it's like triple the price.
and look,
The
it's
expense.
double the price or triple in Asian marts.
Yes,
And
in our currency. In
yes,
our currency.
so and I would say bring not to say I don't know, is it not to say spices, but packets of
Okay.
things. So let's say like anchovy soup sachets, something like this. So if you want to do hot pot, you can just
Oh,
use it, because you can still buy other stuffs over here. And I would say things like, oh, let's say fried rice powder. This nasi goreng Cina, Chinese fried rice. And then do you know sambal niet?
sambal niet. Let me
N
Google
y e
it.
t. It's a very popular sambal among the Malays, and it's very good in taste. It tastes very good.
Sambal niet.
NY.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Sambal niet berapi.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I do know this.
This is super good, and I'll suggest you bring maybe like depends on how long you're gonna stay in the UK, and depends how often you're gonna eat sambal. I personally brought 5 cans or five cans, five five of these. Mm,
Uh-huh.
yeah, because you have to understand the how to say, they don't really sell all these kind of things over here. Yes, they have Asian marts. They do sell like chili oil and and mala and basically Chinese spices, but not really home spices. So like
Mhm.
for
Yep.
example, I brought over pakute.
Mhm.
So like let me just bring up my whole entire rack of entire rack of things. And fun fact, they don't sell tom yum here in the UK. Do they sell it in the US? Tom yum.
Yeah, we do. We do. Not like the authentic one, but we do. I mean, they do.
Are you sure it's
And
called
you
tom
can,
yum?
wait. You mean the brand called Tom
No,
Yum?
is it actually tom yum? TOMYUM.
Yeah, we do have like Tom Yum Maggi also. Why not?
Okay, the thing is we don't have it here in the UK. I've tried to find it.
What?
I've eaten several Thai cuisines here. No, they don't have it.
No. So they have to like made from scratch. Is it?
No, they just don't offer tom yum. Yeah, it's Thai
Wait.
restaurant
No.
and they don't have it. So I'd say bring tom yum spices perhaps.
I never know that. That's for the UK. For the US, they still do have Tom Yum. So calm down if you're going to the States.
So
Oh
like
my gosh,
I've brought
that's a big
some
shock there.
gulai, makes
In
you,
the dry daging.
yeah, it makes your meat better. And yeah, where's all my, I can't find the brand, but I brought bak kut teh and stuff.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't I don't
How,
like these kind of pastes. These are like rare. These are the ones that I've not even used at all, because if I use it, that's it. Because I have a few more cans of tom yum which I finished.
Oh, damn.
So yeah,
That's crazy,
I'm trying to
man.
find my bak kut teh, the ones that I actually like, not shitty brands. Yeah, I can't find the good one. I think it's in my room.
Mhm.
Like for example, this one. This is one of the good bak kut tehs that I have here
Okay, I
because
never cooked bak kut teh myself in my house before.
because I have more spices all inside my room because it's just too much in the kitchen. Let me keep this. So I would say bring your own flavoring over here. So like, see, this is one
Okay.
can of sambal near here.
Yeah. Wow. And did how do you eat it with?
Depends on what you want to cook. You can just put it on top of rice and eat it, just like lao kan ma. Or
Okay, yeah.
you could
You
just
can put it on that porridge also.
sorry.
Like, on the you can put it in a porridge too.
Yeah, like chili
Mm.
oil. You could put this in also. They actually sell this here, so you don't have to bring this. Lao kan ma. It's more expensive here than
Okay.
that of Malaysia.
More, yeah.
Oh, let me
I
pause for
mean,
a while.
of
Ho- Hold
small.
on, hold on, hold on, hold
Oh,
on. Ah, so essentially, bring flavors of home over.
mhm,
It's one of the reasons why people get homesick because they can't eat home food. When I mean
mhm.
home, not to say your actual house, but I'll just say Malaysia food. Obviously, you may not cook better than your own home, but yeah. Other than
Unfortunately.
that, I would say I can't think of any other home spices to bring over. Actually, I can't think of any.
For me, I yeah, I for me, rojak sauce. R- so
I
Penang rojak.
okay.
I personally, I love to eat fruit,
So can you even
so I kind of like
buy
mix
these
around.
packagings? Can you buy these actually?
So rojak sauce is like in a can, not a can, but
Okay,
it's like a glass can. So you think, yeah, you can buy those. It's very accessible in Malaysia.
okay.
What else? Let me think.
I
Mm,
I can't think
yeah,
of
I think that's all. That's all for me.
just basically like like the
Um,
Malay stuff, rendang and all. You can't buy it here.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so like yeah, just home food like our national stuff. Just they don't sell it here, so you may have to bring your own. And let's move on from other stuff that we may may bring or
Mhm.
we should bring either one. What's the other stuff
Mm,
actually
I'm
to
thinking
live
too.
comfortably? I mean, you're gonna bring your laptop and everything, so that's included already. I don't have to mention about that.
What do you think about medicine?
Okay, here's one thing. Because
Panadol.
the NHS is not really accessible here, the National Health Service, and their service is absolute dog shit. You don't even get to see the
Mhm.
doctor, or the doctor just brushes you off because they're so freaking unprofessional and not good at what they're doing
Okay.
and underpaid as well. So
Mm,
just don't get sick here. So, yes, bring medicine. And if you can, buy antibiotics and bring it over.
yep, agree. And same goes to the US. In terms of the US, it's a slightly different from the UK. Healthcare is
Of course,
expensive
it's
in the
free,
US.
but you can't get it.
International, of course, but you have no idea how expensive it is. Like, thankfully, I never been to a hospital before, but and I also bought insurance. It's like 2K US dollars
We have to
for
buy the insurance as well, but this insurance is your free medicine.
yes. So technically, my insurance, I kind of only use it through my university hospital, which is free. It's not a hospital; it's like a clinic for my school. It's a small school. I never been used outside before, but from what I heard from my friend, they pay thousands of dollars just for like a simple checkup.
The thing is, even with your uni hospital, you still have access to hospital in the sense that they actually how to say treat you. Is that right? The
Yes,
thing
I
is,
would
from
say
my
so.
experience of, I went to the NHS 3 times. One, I was forgotten. Number two, I they kept sending me from different places to different places, and I end up with nothing. And the third one is they just brush me off and say, "Oh, it's fine, just go home."
What? Wait. So let's say the first time, how can they forget you? Don't you have like a number?
Okay, the thing is, I fell off my bike, and so it was downhill. So I fell off. I hit a bump, and I just flew, and I did a split. So my hamstring was maybe slightly torn because I couldn't really walk, and it hurt like hell for like a week, and then it's fine.
Uh
I called the
huh.
I called my GP, my general
Uh-huh.
practitioner, and he referred me
Right.
to the uni hospital and said the uni hospital will call me. They never
Okay.
did until now, and this was 3 years ago. Let's say this is the third year, so I would say 2 years ago. Yeah, actually, 2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah,
The second one
that's
was I had a severe cough, severe film.
mhm.
I coughed so bad that my friends joke it was the 100 so the 100 days of cough.
Oh, I love
Because
it.
I
I love
coughed
that.
actually more than 2 months, actually maybe three. I
Without
essentially
failure, every single day.
sorry every
Every
single day.
single
I'm not
day.
kidding. I coughed for one season, and I went to the GP, and then I was sent here and there. I was sent from the GP to this hospital, and then the hospital sent me to somewhere else, and this and that, and I just gave up, and I just like say fuck off. So I stopped it.
It sounds frustrating to me, and it should be
Yes.
frustrating to you.
So and then the third time is when I had a what's it called, a stress fracture on my shin, on my left shin.
Wait, what? A fracture on
Stress
your?
fracture.
And what is that?
So stress fracture is where you have tiny, small bits, micro fractures on your part of the bone. They're not fractures when the whole
Small
bone
fracture.
breaks. So
Yeah.
it's small, tiny, tiny fragments of fractures because running is a very impactful sport on your shin. So yeah, it hurts so bad I can't even jump on one leg.
And
Like
what was the um like what is the what did they do or how
okay,
did they
so
help you?
the treatment for stress fracture is essentially not putting any weight on that injured part of the place.
Okay.
So essentially, the treatment is to wear a cushioned boot for that leg. The thing is,
Hmm.
when I went to the NHS, they did the X-ray. I waited. So it's standard. You have to wait about 3 to 4 hours in the NHS to be seen by a doctor. Okay, it's
Okay.
standard. It's standard. So I got my X-ray,
Hmm.
and the doctor just said it's fine. So not even the doctor. The doctor told the
What?
nurse, and the nurse came over and told me it's fine. You can just go home.
No, 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 no. You
Yeah,
that
I
did
was like,
not
what the
just
fuck? I said, what the fuck? Are you sure it's fine? I can't even walk on this thing. Uh, yeah, the X-ray says you're fine. Okay, fine. Because I didn't want to
did,
argue there, so I went home.
and don't you like don't they would show you like the X-ray and give you an
No, I didn't get
explanation of your
anything.
my lord.
So, and I, on the next day, next morning, the radiologist called my phone number and told me, upon closer inspection, you have stress fracture on your shin. So please do not, put any weight or exercise for like 2 to 3 months. And yeah,
Okay. That is
like literally,
depressing.
I asked the nurse, so I don't need to have my boot and all. He said, no, you're fine, you're fine. I was like, what the fuck? So
I'm speechless.
that's why I said it's the NHS just
It was
sucks. I mean, I did two X-rays on my shin. The second one is the one that I was brushed off. The first one, the doctor was good. He kind of advised me on how I should preserve my current state before I go to my Cardiff half. Because I was injured
uh-huh.
before my Cardiff half, and obviously, you can't stop a person from competing if he had trained months for it, not just 3 months, but like 6 months for it. So So
One
he gave the
station.
reality and say, okay, I know that you're just gonna go on with the race, but in the meantime, do
Mhm.
not train.
Wait. So, and how long was that before the Cardiff run?
I would see that was a month before the race. So for that 1 month, I didn't run at all, and then after the run, I expected the injuries to be even worse, but I just got brushed off by another doctor, another nurse.
So how do you feel now?
I recovered from it. So
Recovered.
after the radiologist told me not to run or anything, so I rested for 2 to 3 months. I lost all of my fitness and everything, so I've rebuilt it
All
from
right.
scratch. So I would say I recovered early this year because the Cardiff
Mm-hmm.
Half was October of last year. So I recovered this
Mm,
winter actually, I would say. Maybe late winter.
late winter. So just like recently.
Yeah, I would say
Mm,
5 months ago, 6 months ago.
shit.
So yeah. So do
Huh.
not get any injuries here, do not get sick or anything.
Same in the
You are not
States.
likely to get treated. You are most likely not to get treated. It's not about a race or anything, it's just how it is here. So if you can buy antibiotics, just even though it's not, it's illegal to buy it through the counter. If you can get it, just get it and bring it
Yeah.
over, but don't bring too much. Maybe bring 2, 3 servings. And
Mm,
if I
yeah.
mean
Yeah.
maybe bring 2 courses. They don't call it servings. 2 courses at least, I would say. Yeah, and you should be fine. As for Panadol, you can buy it here, but it's quite expensive. Like Panadol Active Fast is quite expensive here, but you can get paracetamol. Panadol is paracetamol, okay? So it's paracetamol by the pharmacy itself. It's 20 pence per box. And in my opinion, I think that's good enough. You don't really need Active Fast, but if you want it, just bring a couple of boxes over here. And for cough medicine, because you are likely to get cough. Did you get cough in the US often?
No, however, my throat is often dry, extremely dry.
Because when the
So
winter
I
season, sorry,
so I always use honey. Like I always eat honey, a lot of honey,
okay, the thing is,
with a lot of water. Wait,
when you come here as a fresher, you get sick. It's called the freshers flu.
yes, I do have a lot of sinuses. I do have a lot of flu, but I do not cough.
What
And
about in your lecture theaters? Do a lot of people cough, like heavy, wet cough?
yeah, wet cough, yes. But for me, no, personally. But
Because
a
you didn't get
lot
it.
of my friends do. Yep.
Because you didn't
Huh?
get it. But here's the thing: the cough medicine that they sell in the UK is not. It's non-drowsy. It's bullshit.
Huh?
It's a traditional medicine that doesn't even work at all. It just doesn't work. The
Uh,
only thing that that can you can buy here is pipako. That's the only thing that
Paco.
works. But
Uh-huh.
at the end of the day, you still need some Western medicine. So I would recommend, if you can, buy cough pills from Malaysia.
Mm.
So like
And,
you
and
you will
and
definitely
also
get wet cough or dry cough. So just buy both.
like for cough, I don't experience it, but for my nose sinuses, I'm not sure. Do I don't think I ever seen this in Malaysia. You know, people wear some strap on their nose and like kind of open up.
I actually it's quite popular nowadays, especially for running. So yeah,
So I have no idea until early this year. Like my roommate girlfriend, she kind of like just came in and be like, "Hey, Hayden, I noticed like I heard from like my friend that you snore a lot because which is my roommate. He's a lovely person. Like I do acknowledge that yes, I do snore. And then she was like, "Hey Hayden, do you want to try this out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. As long as I can snore my like stop my snoring because snoring is actually bad. You might get sleep apnea, and it's very scary. Sleep apnea can kill you. So forget about that. So I kind of tried this on, and from what I heard from my roommate, immediately I stopped snoring. So I think that would be a good investment for people who's going to like those countries.
Here's the thing: is
It doesn't have to be
you can buy it here as well.
in Malaysia.
No, you can buy it here in the UK as well.
Oh yeah. I'm saying like if you go to those countries and you feel like you're having all this stuff, you can try to invest in this, and it really helps a lot. Like it doesn't just stop your sinus. It wouldn't really stop your sinus, but you get like a better airflow, and you feel like you can't. So after a long time of not eating, and you suddenly break your diet and you feel food again, I'm like, oh my gosh, this food feels so good. It's like this air feels so fresh. Like when I first applied, I'm like, oh my gosh, I never breathed that deeply ever before. That's how useful it is. But the downside is that your nose might get like bigger. I don't know, because it's definitely like sticking your nose and trying to like open up your
It's
like your
just a bit.
holes.
You put it on your nose bridge and it just opens out a bit. It's
Oh,
like
so
the
yeah.
reverse of the clamp for backstroke.
Yeah, oh
It's the reverse
yeah.
of
It
that.
is.
That's it. It's the
Yep.
reverse.
And it's very. Yep. Yep. Yeah. And what else? What else can you think of?
Just about medicine. Do you does the US sell drowsy medicines?
Yeah.
We don't sell it here in the UK.
Wait.
You have to get
What if you
you have to get doctor's prescription, and then
what if you go to
go to the
pharmacy?
go to the pharmacy and buy it.
Oh,
You
okay.
can
That is
never
something new.
you can never buy drowsy medicine in the UK without a doctor's prescription.
That's actually good though,
And the doctor's
because
prescription is from the NHS or private doctor, not from your country. From what I know. I may be wrong,
wow,
but yeah.
that is actually, I feel like that's actually good.
No.
So in contrast, in the US, we sell melatonin. So what is melatonin? Melatonin is like a sleeping drug.
No, I'm not talking about
Technically,
melatonin like sleeping drugs. I'm talking about like cough medicines, like proper ones.
no, yeah. I know. Like, wait, okay,
You know how
now,
proper cough medicines
okay,
make you sleep?
I don't think so.
It, you know how like the labels of the medicine in Malaysia, they put this medicine may cause drowsiness. So
Yep.
those are like the ones that make you sleep and everything.
But I believe even in Malaysia, you only can get drowsy medicine in the pharmacy. You can't buy it like just on the shelf,
You can buy it on the
right?
shelf. In Malaysia's pharmacy, they just sell it to you. It's on the shelf. You can buy it
Wait, through a pharmacist or just
through
on a
a
shelf?
pharmacist. I mean, just go to
Of course.
pharmacist and tell them, and they just give you. But in the UK, you
Yeah.
can't do that. You have to have a doctor's note.
Oh, okay. I see where you're coming from. Yep. Okay.
So
But
basically, in Malaysia, a pharmacist is our doctor. You give everything
it
that we
can
want.
be.
UK, no.
But they don't diagnose you.
Sorry?
They, you might be able to get what you wanted, but they could not be like very exactly known like what is your
In
diagnosis.
Malaysia? Nah, it often works.
Yes, it does often works, but
It
like
often works.
yeah, it does. But they couldn't diagnose you. They can prescribe you medicine.
Yeah,
That's all.
they prescribe what you need. So
Yeah.
back here in the UK, you can't get anything. So I would say prepare your medicine well. If you have any disease that requires specific medicine, just stock up on it and bring it over here, because you may not be able to get an appointment with the NHS or not even get treated. That's from my
So funny.
experience. So yeah,
Mhm.
and let's move on to another thing that we should bring here in the UK. I'm sorry, overseas.
Which is
I don't know essentials. I can't think of any now.
mm, to me, I don't see much.
I'm looking around my room and thinking. I'm looking around the kitchen to
Looking
think.
around, I don't see like what do I need?
looking around.
Um, oh yes. If you want to buy an additional computer screen,
Yeah.
just buy. Yeah, like for example, you have your own laptop, right?
Yes.
So on top of your laptop, if you want like additional screen, buy it in the US or UK. It's way
It's
cheaper than
expensive.
in the UK.
Yeah, it's quite expensive. Electronics are super expensive in the UK.
Okay, so in the US, if I just want to, okay, technically just buy secondhand. Like I could just buy like a 40 or 50 bucks thingy
Unless
monitor.
unless you buy it from another student, you may get it cheaper. But if you
Mm,
buy it from
yeah.
like the market itself, secondhand market, it's quite expensive. I would
In the
say
UK.
for the specs, it's not worth that price.
So I'm not a spec person. To me personally, I just need something that I just want an additional screen for like better usage of it. And to me, I just buy like a cheap one, and I don't really know much about the specs. Sometimes I even buy like electronic keyboard. I just bought it for like 20 USD, and I got like a very good gaming keyboard from my friend. I don't really know like what
I'm
is the
just gonna
brand of
go
it,
go
but
online and find a
let's get it together. Yeah.
normal workable screen. So a refurbished 27-inch monitor is £100. So let's go even shitter. The cheapest one I can find now is about £120. £120.
Wait, that is crazy. That's like so expensive.
Yes,
Wait.
these are refurbished ones. But you could get it cheaper from like other students. Like now I'm on a website which I saw. I see some monitors for £30, £20. But yeah, you can get it depending on where and how you find it. But
Wait,
these
go check on email.
these £20 are like the 15-inch monitor, 14-inch. These are the ones
Okay.
that were used in 2010, like the 2006 eras and all. These are super old.
Damn, that's crazy.
So like, and you may find a good deal. I would say maybe you find something for £60 and it's reasonable screen. Yeah, because I've never really come across any good deals yet. So I'm still using my laptop as my main screen, and sometimes my
Mm,
iPad as a secondary screen.
mm. Oh yes. So for Malaysian student, speaking about electronics, remember to get a converter and adapter
But for us in the UK, we don't have to because it's the same plug.
course. Like I so let me show you. I got this thingy. This is a US adapter, and because I don't have one for Malaysia, I need an adapter to like just a small fact of what am I doing right now. But yeah, don't forget to do that because um, my first day in the US, it was a pain in the ass. When I first arrived in the US, I forgot I left my adapter at home.
Hmm.
Literally, I went to the international office and asked them to help me to get an adapter. If not, and thank God it was on a weekday. If
Mm.
I landed the States in a weekend without adapter, I'm gonna have 2 days without a phone and I'm gonna die. And that is very important. And I highly suggest to put that in your bag, your hand carry
Hmm.
bag, and
Hmm.
not your luggage bag.
That's very important. But speaking when you first arrived in the US, your dorm,
Uh-huh.
was there any beddings like 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 sheets, blanket, and everything, pillow?
No, but international office do prepare it for you.
They prepared for you for us because most of us we don't stay in dorms. We stay on private
Prob-
properties. Like finally, I'm staying at private property right now. You just don't have it there. So and depending on what day you arrive and what time you arrive, the shops may be closed and you might end up sleeping just on the mattress itself without anything.
Mhm.
So sometimes that's why I suggested, going to IKEA and buying like a blanket. It's like they compress it so small, and perhaps a pillow. But it depends on what day you arrive and what time you may arrive at your accommodation. You gotta plan it out because at the checkpoint, it's called checkpoint, the customs, no? The immigration checkpoint. You may be stuck there for a few hours, especially in London, and especially during the September season. You may be stuck there for a very long time.
Agree. Mhm.
And let's say you're not living in London or you're not studying in London, you're studying somewhere else. You still have to take the transport from London to somewhere else. Like for me, it's Cardiff, so for me the train is 4 hours or 3 hours. So that
Mm.
so I gotta take into account of that time.
Yeah.
So I may arrive at my accommodation at night time and late night. So let's say I arrive in Cardiff at 11 o'clock. The shops are all closed. I don't have any bedding with me. So yeah.
Uh-huh.
So let's say that's a scenario and you're just gonna sleep on your mattress empty. I mean that's the first night. That's only the first night,
Oh
but
my god.
yes.
Uh-huh. That's hilarious though. Wait, so that is what you went through?
No, I prepared myself well because I've known a few people, not a few, like less than a handful of people. They arrived here without any beddings, so they passed the first night without beddings.
Betting.
It's
Damn.
only the
That
first
is
night because you do it the next day. Because you will do it the next day. I'm not kidding. You will.
I know what you're saying. That's what I went through. Yeah.
So like, other than that, I can't think of anything else to bring other than
Hmm.
food stuff. Because food for me is important. With the depressing weather here, and because the weather now is depressing. As I sent a picture to Hayden, he said it's depressing. Looks depressing.
Yes, it is. It is.
To me, that's normal.
Yeah, show it out. Show it out.
Hold on, let me see. So
It, it,
it
might, it
was
might look nice. It might look nice to the
it's
viewers.
too bright. I can't show it. So you gotta edit it in. So
All right, no problem.
it was raining, but it became ice, and I thought it was snow. So yeah, it's too bright on this, and you gotta edit this in.
Yep, like this.
Yeah, you just gotta edit it in. It looks okay to me, and now sun sets at 4 o'clock, and it's 12 o'clock now, so I have 4 hours before sunset.
So this thing to me, I have enough of this weather. Like to me, it's very very depressing because you don't really get much sunlight, and I need sunlight. In the same time, it's when you wake up. Imagine you wake up at 8 a.m. and you have a class at 9 a.m. You will not want to wake up because it's so freezing cold.
Yes, that is correct, and
Yeah.
I do agree with that. But I just have to force myself to go.
You have
The thing
to
is, do you do
attend.
do you, do you turn on your heater all the time?
To me, no. It so I feel like because in my dorm, it's like automatic.
Central
We have
heating
no
system,
control.
or
I feel like we do have a heating system, but it doesn't. It's either like too hot or too cold.
the thing is, I'd rather be too hot than too cold, because it's just freezing here, in my opinion.
I am the opposite. I'd rather be too cold or too hot. See, when you're too hot, you will be sweating like hell, and I would not want to go back to on my bed.
I rather sweat. I can't, because but the thing is, I prefer the temperature in autumn because it's hot enough that you sweat a little bit, but not too much.
I like spring a lot.
Spring is fine as well because it's not too cold and not too hot yet, and you don't sweat in spring. You don't sweat at all. In autumn,
Yep.
a little bit. In summer, a
Yeah.
lot. In winter, you
Yep.
sweat none.
None. It's so true. In winter, unless you run, you might sweat a little bit. If not, no. Because you're like see in winter, it's cold, but you're wearing a lot of layers.
Hmm
and while you run, you shiver and you just create more heat and you might sweat a little
No,
bit. But if you're just like walking, you're not gonna sweat
the
at
thing is,
all.
when you run, your body temperature increases. Sorry, when you run, it feels 10 degrees above of the current temperature.
Yeah.
So you gotta dress for that temperature. So let's say it's currently 4 degrees Celsius. I gotta dress for 14 degrees Celsius because when I start running, maybe like 2-3 minutes later, afterwards, you heat up. Because let's say
Mm.
if I were to actually dress for 4 degrees and I go out and run, I'll feel super hot and I'll sweat.
Mm.
So yeah, your body temperature increases. Sorry, not body temperature. Oh my god, it's the temperature would increase by 10 degrees when you start running.
Yeah. Yeah.
So dress according to that temperature, not the current temperature you see on the weather app.
Yeah. You're right. Maybe I mean you mean like when you are in a 4 degrees Celsius, 4 degrees, you would dress as -4.
No, 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 14. I will dress as 14.
Why 14?
Cause as I said, the when you start running,
Your body will be hotter,
your body will
right?
be hot and it feels like 10 plus 10 degrees of whatever the temperature is. That's what I meant.
So if let's say if let's say you dress up as 14 degrees Celsius, but then outside is 4 degrees Celsius, when you run, when you're up to 14, don't you feel more hotter?
No, it
But
actually
if you
it
mention,
feels okay. It feels not
oh,
too hot. You won't for in my case I don't sweat,
mhm,
but my friend actually does sweat in that case. But yes, I don't sweat a lot
okay.
actually. Depends on what kind of person you are, because I don't sweat often.
I do sweat a lot. I'm an easy sweater.
I
Mhm.
I don't sweat a lot. So yeah, yeah.
Mm. Yeah. What else do you think that you would bring, or would you not bring in the
Oh,
first place?
not bring. I would say cutleries and everything. You can just get it here. Knives and all. You can just get it here.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe you could bring your own knife, and maybe you could bring some of the cutleries, provided you have space. I would say for me, the main
Yeah.
thing is food, so I pack more food in mine. And about the
Hmm.
Indomie here, the Indomie is made in Poland. It's not made in Malaysia. It's not made in Indonesia.
Indonesia.
It's not made in
Made in.
Indonesia. It's made in Poland, so it doesn't taste as good as the
Made
one made
in
in Indonesia.
Poland.
It doesn't taste that good. I mean, it is what it is, but it's not it's not the same taste.
Yeah. Second. It's not the same. So like but is the packaging the same?
The packaging is the same, with the exception of English words and Polish and maybe Russian. I don't know.
Ah,
But the
that's funny.
taste, it still is Indomie. It's just that it doesn't taste as good. It's not 100% replicate of the Indian of Indomie.
It's like something's missing.
Something's missing. It's just more flavoring is
Something's
missing,
missing.
and the noodles is less springy. I don't know why.
Temperature good.
And I always cook mine al dente, means close to firm.
Close to firm. Which means you don't really cook a long time now.
No,
You
so
kind of just put it in
I always cook it
3 minutes,
exactly. Let's say
2 minutes.
I cook, like, the instructions is 3 minutes. I cook mine at 2:30.
Two.
Then
Mhm.
it's like a little bit hard but springy.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, like for me, how I cook my instant noodle is I kind of cook for 1 minute, pour the water, 1 minute, pour the water, 1 minute, pour the water. After three times of rinsing the water, making sure the wax is completely off the noodle. Then it's the official cook.
Dude, I don't do that. I just do it all in one go.
Just eat it in one go. You
Because
gotta eat healthy, mate.
the thing is, if you're talking about healthy, there's still microplastics anyways. So it's the same thing. It's unnecessary
Yeah,
effort for the same result.
yeah, yeah. I think it's a wrap for today.
I think that's the wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap. All right. Thank you for watching Yamcha Therapy episode 3. Next week, we have not planned anything yet, but Hopefully, it'll be something good.
All right. See you
Any
guys
final words?
next time.
You guys next time. Ciao.
Ciao.
Bull synergy and all.